Alright, hello people of the world, it is I, Dr. Potato, bringing you another storytime video, and today I'm going to be talking about this group thing of technology, I guess, for like IT dudes in middle school. It's called GenYes, and yeah, let's just jump straight into this thing. Alright, so it all starts out in the end of 7th grade. Me and my friend are just chillaxing, one of our teachers' classroom, doing our work, being nice little joeys, and our teacher just comes over and says, "Hey kids, you wanna?" Oh wait, she's not a guy. So, "Hey kids, you wanna join our tech thing over the summer camp thing?" And we were amazed because the way she described it, it sounded like we were gonna off to a college and learn about stuff and leave everything behind and just learn in college or whatever. We accepted it. We were like, "Yeah, dude, yeah," and us knowing little kids, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. Up comes along summer, and we go to this camp, and it's not a camp, it's in school, and it only lasts for like 4 days, and they teach us the simplest things like editing a video or recording without like moving the camera or something like that. The simplest things that anyone could do, and it was really boring, and there were some creepy weirdos. But I mean, we did get like free cookies and like lemonade and Subway there, so that was pretty cool. So that was the only good thing. And so up comes along 8th grade, and then we officially joined GenYes in that. And it was created because we got an Apple grant from Apple, and they gave the whole school iPads. That was pretty cool of them. But yeah, we joined GenYes. I was in it with 3 of my other best friends. It was pretty good in the beginning. We actually had a lot of taps in the beginning or taps are called jobs. Those are our jobs or whatever, or tasks. We had a lot of those because since we just got iPads for the whole school, everyone was, I don't know why, there's so many stupid kids that put passwords on it and forgot the passwords, even though everyone said not to put any passwords on it. That was already something bad. It messed up my schedule, which is another bad domain for it, and it affected high school. I'll talk about that later in a different video, I guess. Not only that, we had to reset every iPad by hand with only 4 people in GenYes. In a whole school, we had to reset every single iPad by hand. And at the end of resetting it, almost at the end of resetting of every iPad, one of the teachers, or not one of the teachers, the principal or whatever, comes and says, "Oh, you know what? We actually didn't have to do that because we could have done this all the whole time." And we just felt so very heartbroken, I guess, because we spent so much time hurting our thumbs and fingers because they had hard cases on the iPads. To not even, like, it wasn't even useful or anything. They could have easily fixed it. So that happened. That was a bad omen too. But I mean, everything gets pretty good, I guess. We just had to do some taps along the year. When we didn't have any taps, we would always hang out. It would always be fun without the taps. It would be like a normal X period or middle period or whatever before lunch. I mean, after lunch. It was after lunch. It would be fun. I'll just be hanging out with my friends. But one of us always had to have taps. And then there was always those days when every single one of my friends had taps, and like I was the only one that didn't, and it was very lonely. And yeah, or there was those days where every single person was busy, and if you could not rest at all because you had to be working at all times. And speaking of work, you had to do so many taps, and there's so many ones that range from simple and stupid to complicated and could not do. So simple and stupid. Let's go with that. Simple one. I had to do a tap where a kid with the keyboard, he like made it float a little bit, I guess. He split it. And he did not know how to put it back, even though all you needed to do was hold a button, like on the keyboard. And I was going on my way to do that. It was the simplest thing ever. I did that. And then there's another kid that had the same problem. And right as I was going, he's like, "Oh wait, I fixed it." And he spent a whole day doing that tap. And then when I went there, he said, "You just fixed it." Like, what the heck, bro? Come on. And then stupid was one kid came with lead stuck in the headphone jack, and he said, "Can you guys fix this?" Like, we don't fix that type of stuff, dude. We fix stuff inside the iPad, like technical stuff in there, not stuff with lead and jacks and stuff. We don't fix that. And one time a kid came with a cracked screen and he said, "Can you guys fix this? Like, we're not freaking metal shop woodworker dudes who can fix anything and everything. Like, we got limitations. We're middle schoolers. This was the first year. They didn't actually teach us anything about fixing iPads. We had to learn it. There's only one teacher, and she didn't really teach us it. She just gave hints on what to do, which was very dumb and very stupid, because that led to us having to do complicated stuff. And let me tell you, it was very complicated. Like, some things we'd actually have to call the actual IT guy, and there was an actual IT guy, so I don't see why there's a use for GenYes if there's one IT guy, but whatever. A few extra hands wouldn't hurt. Yeah, but there's an IT guy, sometimes he'd have to get involved, and that's when you know things got complicated. But a perk of GenYes is if you're walking down the hall, normally a teacher would say, "Hey, buckle your pants," or like, what's that word? Tuck in your shirt. Yeah, tuck in your shirt. Or like, "Why are you out roaming the halls without a hall pass? Ah, detention." But with us, like, they would say that, and then all we needed to say was like, "Hey, we're in GenYes." They'd be like, "Oh my God, praise the Lord, oh my goodness," and they just let us go. Like, we didn't even have to do anything. Like, we had these little cards we could carry around. We could just flash them the card and be like, "We're in GenYes, bro." Kind of like the FBI, you know, they do that sort of stuff, I guess. And that's cool. Another cool thing is, like, when you're doing a tap, you could go to one of your friends' classrooms. Like, if it was in that tap, it was cool because we'd always visit our friends while they were doing that. And yeah, you could visit them, talk to them while you're doing the tap. And then, like, if you're in front of a whole class and they're all waiting for you to fix it, and then you fix it really easily by like turning it off and turning it on, like, you do that. The teacher makes the whole class like praise you, and they praise you, and they're like, "Oh my God, you fixed it! You're a hero! Ah, yay!" And everyone knows you as that one guy that fixed it, and you're like, "Oh yeah, dude, you can help me with whatever." But that also had its downsides, because like, if it got complicated and you had no idea how to solve it, then they would be like, "Oh, come on, dude, I thought you were an engineer, I thought you could fix this, blah 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 blah." And yeah, we couldn't fix everything. And like, a lot of my classmates would always ask us, like, "Oh, you're engineers, can you fix this?" And like, we didn't have that much training. We were middle schoolers. We didn't even know how to fix all this stuff. And so they always ask us to fix something, but we had no idea how to do it. So yeah, that's that. Well, anyways, that was a brief summary about what GenYes is and why it sucks and stuff. We actually tried leaving, and they didn't let us leave. They didn't let us leave, which I thought was like, we could leave. We had the right to leave. Other people left their classes and went into other classes, or changed schedules. I mean, they changed schedules, but they didn't let us do that with GenYes. They didn't let us leave it or anything. That sucked a lot. The only thing that was good was that perk that we had, and we can hang out with our friends. We'd get praised all the time, but other than that, it was pretty bad. We were always stressed out about it. They always give us big projects, lots of work, stuff like that. I didn't really like it that much. Other people might have. I don't know. I could tell other people, like, we had to recruit other people to join it, and I could tell the first day or the first week they didn't like it at all by their looks and their acts and whatever, and they really hated it. And so did I. But you know, I had to do it, or else, well, I couldn't leave. So yeah, that's why it sucks. Well, anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, be sure to tell me if you made it this far by answering in the comments what your favorite soda is, I guess. Like the video if you want me to make more of these, even though I will still make them, even if you don't like the video, because that's how I roll, boy. Just kidding. Subscribe. It's really late at night. I'm tired, and I have school tomorrow, and I probably have a test. So yeah, make sure to always use a butter knife when you're using butter.